So I finally got my email from Ben Marriott. If you guys don't know who he is, he makes amazing motion graphics videos. He also has a course that I myself learned from, and I, no joke, owe all and any motion graphics knowledge that I have to Ben Marriott. I sincerely learned like 90% of my knowledge from him. So this is gonna be a really fun collaboration. So what I have to do is go through the email that Ben sent, go through all of his notes, his loom that he recorded for me. A loom is basically just a video recording. He went through all of his files, his navigation. Like, he did this in a way where I can be more creative than having to worry about structure. So Ben, I really appreciate that.
Pretty much everything I said word for word. If you want to follow that and the links for the titles and the segment breaks.
So what I'm gonna have to do for now is I have this 3-hour long video that I need to trim down for a Nebula exclusive. Once I can get that done, I need to continue going through all the folders and such that Ben Marriott has shared with me. I am gonna have to get a Dropbox Professional subscription now, even though I have Google Drive, but that's just because a lot of people, depending on who you work with, can either have Google Drive or Dropbox, and it seems like at this point, I need to have a little bit of both. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and check on all the project files, make sure I have everything so I can get that video started, and it should just overall be a productive day. So let's get started. So I spent about an hour already editing the timeline that I have to do still for the video, but the thing is that I'm gonna quickly now just switch to the Ben Marriott project that I need to eventually edit. Even though I still have to do my work for Tom, I just want to dip in there just to kind of check the folders out, make sure I understand all of the notes and such that he left me, so then later on when I go home and I finally do the side work, I can just be ready. I just want to be prepared more. As an editor, being able to bounce from project to project is very important, especially for me, given that everyone I work with is usually so different in how they approach their creative process. So it's kind of up to me to kind of be like a chameleon and kind of like adapt right away to the way someone does things. And the way Tom and I do things is going to be definitely different than anyone else I work with. So I just got to get myself ready, put myself in the position to succeed. And that means I just got to look at some files real quick. You know, a lot of times when I get the opportunity to work with someone, I'm usually like nervous, and I'm usually just I get excited about the idea of completing something with someone else as a collaborative effort, because then we both created something that wouldn't, I guess you can say, exist to a degree without the collaboration of both people. But I always get worried when I work with those that I know are so skilled, because then it puts me in a position where I'm like, man, I hope I'm equally as skilled so they can see me as, you know, someone that they would want to work with again in the future, and not necessarily someone who was a good for a one-time project and then that's it. So right now, given that I'm doing something with Ben now, admittingly, Ben already knows this because I was texting him yesterday that I'm like nervous now to edit this video, but we're here to have fun. And I know that that's the main part of this. So I need to just remind myself that it's all right. We're here to just have a good time and see what we can create together. All right, now that I'm home, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this Ben Marriott video. So I'm gonna first go and start doing the A-roll cutting, kind of splice down what it is that I'm doing, and then eventually I'll get into the more complicated stuff. But one thing I quickly wanted to share here on screen is one thing that's invaluable that I think a lot of creators or a lot of editors need to learn is learn how to adapt to a client that you're working with. So for example, the fact that I'm working with Ben Marriott. So for example, if I go in here, this is the name of the video, or at least this is what I'm naming the video for now, a resource list. This is the project folder that he gave me. So it says right here, vid 181 resources. So I am to assume that this is his 181 video in his own organizational system. He probably did name this resources, so that's already a good sign there. Now, the next thing after that is you can see here he has his own file structure. He has his documents, his assets, design, AE, edit, renders, and deliverables. So all of this is just different naming schemes for everyone. So like all of this I understand at a glance because I've worked with enough people to understand how they want to organize things. And I have my own file structure. Tom has his own file structure. I've worked with so many people now that I just need to learn how to adapt and deliver things in a method that works best for them, even though I know they would want to do it what works best for me. But I'm doing them the job, so I try to do the opposite. I want to adapt this for them. But at the same time, I'll implement my own style. And if I were to go through any of this, which I don't want to give out too much here because this is still a project that I don't want to give as much info out as I don't have to. But yeah, if you go to deliverables, Gumroad, social, thumbnails, okay, renders, his visual effects renders. He has some After Effects projects for this. He even has the Premiere Pro project ready for me. Like the fact that Ben is a creator, I love this because not only is he just very savvy with how to organize things and he understands the importance of that. It's really good that he already understands what I would be doing mentally, like the mental gymnastics of organizing stuff, but he already did it for me. So thank you for that, Ben. I really do appreciate this. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just start doing some splicing, which I'll show a little bit of that on screen, and you guys can just see what that looks like. Alright, from here on out, I'm going to go ahead and continue work as always. If you guys are interested in checking out any of Ben Marriott's work, I'll leave links down in the description for you to check out. If you have any questions for me, I will leave them on Twitter. You can feel free to follow me on there. That's probably the only social media site that I try to stay active on. I mean, maybe Threads in the future. I just haven't gotten to actually caring about that just yet. And then, as always, if you guys have any questions or want to know anything or want to see something in specific, leave it down in the comments section and I'll see if I can get to it. But all right, I'm going to get back to work. See you guys later.